leave it all behind. Trying to find a better life if it's out there to find. Oh, yeah. Gotta break these chains that's on my mind. Whoa, trying to find a better way. Feel like I'm running out of time. Oh, I just wanna be free.
Ooh, need a chance to breathe, yeah.
I gotta break free. This place got a hold on me, yeah. So I'm breaking free. No more controlling me.
Salute. Welcome back to Blizzardabroad, man. It's good to be back. You know, it's good to see y'all up in the building, man. We got my brothers up in the building early. Ibrima is in the building. Salute to you, brother Kamal. Salute to you, Cisco. Salute, man. Ibrima says, hello, my brother. How's your great time going? Yo, it's going good, man. Thunder brings the world. Salute. How you doing? Nephew is up in the building saying, what up? Man, first of all, bro, I just want to say thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting this channel, man. Supporting what I'm trying to do here, spread positivity and give a platform for people to express their opinions openly, freely, without hate. You know, I'm just trying to bring people together, man, to have these conversations that we have. So first and foremost, I want to ask you guys, man, what have you heard about the passport bro movement? What have you heard, man? Because I have touched on this movement before. I've been critical of it. I've supported it at times. You know what I mean? So I'm here to talk about it again tonight, man, because I think for the most part, passport bros were never the problem. They were never the problem. And even as I've talked about them before, I never bashed the passport bro movement because I understood. My criticism of the passport bro movement was that they weren't exclusive enough, man. That they didn't define truly and define enough of what they stood for and what they really for. Even though I understood it, but the rest of the world didn't. And we all know that when you leave things undefined, they will take on the definition of their own, or whoever wants to define it will define it, you know. So I want to talk about it tonight, man. I think the passport bros now, the scene is quiet down. The scene has quiet down. Like, come on, my brother said right here. Yeah. Oh, that's Thunder. That's Thunder Strong. Salute, man. Salute. Thanks, you too, man. Yeah, man, we doing good. Nothing lately. I haven't heard a lot about the passport, bro, because there really wasn't anything to talk about in the first place, man. So what we seen was, you know, a group of brothers decided to date and marry outside of America, right? We seen an undefined movement get hijacked by bad actors, people looking for clout, people looking to sell courses, people looking for attention, right? They stole the narrative, man. They stole the narrative. And it was the backlash against those guys that created the thunderstorm. Excuse me, bro. The thunderstorm and the backlash against the passport bros, man. A lot of jealousy, a lot of hating, especially from angry women. I agree. I don't bash women here, but I tell the truth. I call balls and strikes, right? But were they really ever a huge problem? Like, what have we heard about the passport bros over the past? We've heard them called sex tourists, right? We heard that they're traveling to just have sex with women overseas, right? That they can't get none back home. They're losers back home. We've heard like a bunch of stuff. Help me out, bro. Y'all help me out, man. Right? Ray says he heard they were dorks. Say, come on, but I know they're still out there. Yeah, they're still out there. They're out there doing what they were doing before. The true passport bros, man. Right? They're traveling, they're dating, working overseas, retired, dating, having sex, whatever they want to do. The thing about that is none of that is illegal. None of it is illegal, right? Ray says, I've always thought they were dorks that went overseas to get women. I don't know much about the movement. Yeah, man. You can look it up, man. Um, why it started. It started on Facebook as a group. And basically they were men with their passports who traveled overseas. They wanted to date other women. Basically, that's what it started about. I just think passport bro means different things to different people. Exactly. And that's what I was saying, man. They never defined it. They never made it an exclusive group. But that's how things are because you want to spread the good thing that you found. You want to tell other people. You want to bring other people in. But what happens is when you try to bring everybody in and you're not separating yourself from the bad characters, right? Their actions get lumped on to the whole of everybody. So that's the problem. You got one guy, come on, that I got all over Floyd Wallace. Y'all know some of y'all were here, man. Like, come on, I got on him, man. And that's the thing. It's not like I'm never gonna endorse bad behavior or anybody going out and doing bad things and harming people intentionally. I'm not gonna endorse that. For the most part, it's gonna be us who are calling them out. It's gonna be us who are calling them out. But I'm also not gonna say that Floyd Wallace is representative of the whole passport bro movement. And that's why I was saying that they needed to separate themselves clearly, draw a line in the sand, right? He's not with us. But what happened was you had people coming out defending him, saying, oh, well, you can't judge before, black men get railroaded all the time. And I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't standing. You better get a lawyer to defend him. It's not going to be me because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a PR specialist. You know what I mean? I didn't like the way it smelled, and I said it. So it's going to be us at the same time calling out the bad behavior within the group also, because we don't want to stand next to bad actors. But at the same time, we can't act like one guy that went to Colombia or Brazil and did something bad represents the whole other 99%. But when you don't define yourself, when you don't put up clear boundaries, right? That's what happens. So I'm not going to say passport bros, oh, they're all exploiting women. They're sex trafficking. They're doing crime overseas. You know why? Because there are actual groups who are doing those things overseas. So why is it a big uproar when we hear that a passport bro did one thing overseas, right? When you got down in Shargao, excuse me, y'all already know, man, it gets loud over here. You already know we got Israeli tourists beating up restaurant owners, cafe owners down in Siargao in the Philippines. And I want to specifically talk about the places where passport bros travel, right? Groups of Israelis. And I'm not talking about Jew. I'm not going to say that word or anything like that. I'm talking about a nationality. I'm talking about Israelis, right? Setting up illegal houses in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? Right? Running a shabal down there. That's illegal. Flying the Israeli flag on boats in the Philippines. That's illegal. Assaulting a woman, cafe owner, right? Running Filipinos off the road down in Siargao, right? Calling the locals slaves, ordering food and not paying for it. In the Philippines, bro, that's bad behavior. That's bad behavior, man. And this ain't just about Israelis. I'm not just beating up on one particular group. You know what I'm saying? Ibrima says, brother, I want you to know how much your work means to me in the community. I actually walk more than 3 kilometers just to find Wi-Fi so I can access YouTube and watch your lives. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And I love getting the emails. I love staying in contact with you, man. So just keep that up, man. You know, for one thing, you got one supporter over here, bro, if not more. I do this because your message is important to me, and I believe in what you're doing for people. Even though I'm far away and things aren't always easy, I still make the effort because I thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, man. That really does mean a lot to me, bro. Cisco says, I think the problem is bashing all Western women and then running to other countries and pretending that the women there are problem free and then complaining about those women too. Loser activity. I get it. But is that indicative of the whole group? And that's what I'm saying. Because there are plenty of passport bros that I've seen that said that that's not them, man. That's not what the movement was founded on, man. It wasn't bashing anybody, man. It was just saying that like men have been doing for eons, man. They're traveling for a better situation, no matter what that is. Are some bashing them? Yeah, of course. But now how do you separate red pill from passport bros? Are they the same? You know what I'm saying? And I just think that it's one of obviously, if you've been watching me, you know that's one of the criticism I've had of the passport bro movements. It's like, yo, these guys don't sound like, and remember the last one I was saying to Frank Tate, I was like, that's not you, brother. I don't see you talking like that. I don't see you acting like that. So why would the Floyd Wallace stand next to a Frank Tate, a Sunshine Shoulders, or whoever, man? Guys over there doing the things that they need to do, man. Kamal says, Cisco, years ago, I recall seeing a channel called Passport Pookie in Asia with the channel photo of a YN with a ninja mask. I didn't click on it, which hopefully defunct. Exactly. And that's not a passport, bro. But they're able to put themselves adjacent to the passport bro movement because there's no barrier to it. There's no barrier to it. That's why when I caught on, it was like, oh shit, positive manosphere. All right, let me define what this means. And I did a whole live stream on it and I defined what it meant. Maybe I should revisit it. Just so I could put that out there. Like, if you with the BS, we not rocking with you. We you know what I mean? If you're with this type of activity, we're not rocking with you and we're not supporting you. It's clear right from the jump. This is the type of channel I want. These are the type of people I want. This type of person like Brother Cisco, Kamal, you know what I mean? These are the type of peoples that I'm going to allow into my community and I'm going to, convene with and I'm going to support. And I do it. So you got to define anything, bro. Because anything left defined, the haters are going to define it. right? One slip up from one person. And now that's the definition of passport bros. One Floyd Wallace. Floyd Wallace was the face of the passport bros for a while there. You know what I'm saying? He was the face because nobody came out loud enough and said, nah, man, we wasn't rocking with this dude from the beginning. You know what I mean? He said, you don't, I remember what you were saying. I don't want to miss your words in the way you connect with the community. Your dedication inspires me, brother. Please keep going. You are making a difference. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man. That's why I'm going to keep doing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to keep doing it. He said, no, definitely not. I know that, bro. Yeah, that's a BS. You already know. Absolutely, man. Snapshot sniper, says Michael Jai White. Here we go. I'll take that one, though. I'll take that one, man. Michael Jai White. Salute to you, snapshot sniper, bro. How you doing? Blizzard, can I be a mod? Nah, I don't give out mods. I don't really give out mods. I think I'm not big enough to need mods, man. I got one mod, Icy. Icy is my only mod. I think for a while until I blow up, until we blow up here, I'm really not gonna do mods. But you'll be in the consideration since you asked when we do blow up, bro. He said, where they at? Which ones? The Israelis? They down in Shargal, bro. Acting a fool. Acting a fool. It got so bad that they was the ambassador from Israel was supposed to go down there and meet with the locals. And she didn't even have the courtesy to fucking show up. She ghosted them. She's supposed to meet with the local officials, the business owners, the people who have interest on Shargal, and she didn't even show up, bro. They're all there waiting for this woman, this ambassador from Israel, to show up in a room waiting, and she didn't even show up. Like, that's the level of respect that they have, man. You know, and it's sad. It's sad because, like I always say here, the Filipino people, from what I've said, from what I've seen from my visits there, are some of the most loving, respectful, and friendly people I've ever met in my entire 48 years on this planet. And to go there and take advantage of that, like, I don't know. And you guys can look everything I'm saying up. I had some windows, but I had too many windows open. So I just closed them. And I was like, you know what? If these guys are really interested, then they'll go do the research. Because it was like this huge incident that happened like 3 months ago. And I heard about it then, but I kind of like, you know, but it's just coming back, man. And it's like, it's sad because if they don't handle it, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse because they're using Shargal as like a port, how the Navy would use a port. I forgot what they call it, man. Damn, I should know this. I feel bad. I should know this. But you know, like during the Vietnam War, they had a certain places to where, you know, they would take the soldiers and send them to that place. And then they would go recover, you know, relax, have fun, and then they would go back to war. That is what the Israeli army is using Shargal for. And maybe that's why you're seeing these behaviors and this aggressiveness towards the locals. Right. I was watching one Filipino vlogger and he was like, we're not ready to deal with this other country's PTSD. And they shouldn't have to. That's bad behavior, bro. They're down there to, like, look it up, man. Nothing the passport bros have done can amount to what the Israeli citizens are doing down in Shargal right now. That's why I'm saying passport bros were never the real problem. They just have like a huge PR issue because they have no leader. There's no, Aaron Ferris started the passport bros. You could look him up because I brought him up on this channel before. Aaron Ferris is the one who started the passport bro movement on Facebook years and years and years ago. And he still runs a YouTube channel, still does live streams and everything. You could look him up. Thunderstrong says, "Hey T Marsh, what up? What up, T Marsh? How you doing, bro? Pushing a large group of people with a broad, painting a large group of people with a broad brush is typically not the most accurate description. Many of us do it because nuance is more complicated." Yeah, and I'm not saying, and I want to be clear, I'm not saying every Israeli citizen is doing this. I'm saying the ones that go down there and start problems and cause chaos, they need to be dealt with. They need to be rounded up and kicked out of the damn country. For real. They need to be. Yeah, it's like they planting a flag there, bro. They're planting. I seen that comment at the bottom, T Marsh. Yeah, they're planting their flag there. And if you're not, if the Philippines is not careful, they're gonna have they're gonna have a problem on their hands getting those people out of there, man. We've seen it before. We've seen this happen before, and it's not a good look. And I'm hoping it doesn't go that route. But all you got to do is look at the West Bank. You know, look at the West Bank. They beat the lady up. They beat the Filipino calf owner up and ransacked her store because she had a free Palestine sign up. You're a visitor in this country. You don't get to decide that. You don't get to decide that. To put your hands and hit a woman, a Filipino woman, because you don't like what sign she has up. It doesn't matter what it said. Doesn't matter what it said. That's her store. That's her business. It's her country. You don't get to decide, man. Just like we don't get to decide. But where's the outrage? Where's the outrage, man? If a passport bro would have did something like that, or a passport bro would have did, it would have been everywhere. Everywhere. I guarantee some of y'all haven't heard about this. You know why? Because it hasn't been plastered. People aren't making millions of videos about it, man. But it's more damaging and it's more destructive than a passport bro talking about a Western woman and wanting to go overseas and deal with foreign women. T. Marsh says, "What up, Cisco? Michael Alexander's in the building. Salute my brother. I know about those guys." Liz, I was talking about, oh, okay. Cisco says, "Come on, I can understand how other countries who aren't used to Black Americans can get food. We can't cut people here in the US any slack with that BS. Nope, nope." Oh, all right, I missed this. Come on, Cisco, right? And you know how Asia deals with the ninja mess. Yeah, but that exactly. But why this is a bigger mess, and that's what I'm saying. This is a way bigger mess that they got on their hands, man. Huge. How arrogant. They think they own the place, and the Filipinos ain't trying to hear that shit. Not the locals, yeah, not the locals aren't. But I think the government needs to be doing more. The government needs to be doing more to say, nah, you're not doing that here, man. It ain't gonna happen here. You're not setting up. Y'all are tourists. You are tourists. You're not setting up Israel only. Only Israelis could come in this compound in the Philippines, man. That shit don't even sound right, man. A lot of countries do the same thing. The Philippines been going on for centuries. It's just nowadays it's not a violent colonization. It's more like abusive gentrification. Absolutely, man. It's a way bigger problem than the passport bro movement. So I'm not here to specifically defend the passport bro or promote them. You know, I could care less either way. I'm not a passport bro. I've never been one. You know, when they do good, I'm gonna say it. When they do bad, I'm gonna say it, man. But all in all, man, there's real problems going on in the world, man. And that's kind of what I'm getting to, man. There's always gonna be a scapegoat. There's always gonna be a scapegoat or somebody to blame, somebody to make seem like the villain when over here to the side is the real fucking problem. There's real shit going on. You don't want to focus on that. You don't want to focus on the real problems, man. He said, but they picked one of the nicest islands to try to claim. And that's the problem. Yeah, they're going to try to claim that island or a part of that island as their own. As their own. Why else would they be going around beating people up because they got a free Palestine poster up? Those people have the right to make any political statement that they want in their own business, in their own country. Agreement said the Vietnam War was a difficult and painful chapter in history. Many soldiers faced fear, hardship, and loss while serving far from home. Yeah, my father was a Vietnam vet. Caution. We know how to act being abroad. Did you see the reaction Derrick Rose got in Cebu? I seen it. I didn't read the story. I got to go back and watch it. I seen like the headline of it, but it looked like it said Derrick Rose gets stormed in Cebu. So I really got to go back and look at that. Cisco says I'll be listening, guys. Got to go take Miss Jen her water bottle at the gym. Luke, get a good workout in, sis. So I don't want to get it twisted, man. Like I said, I'm not defending anybody that breaks the law. You know, I'm gonna call them out. You acting up, I'm gonna call you out. You know what I mean? And I'm not bashing. I don't want to bash a whole nationality or group of people. It's the behavior that matters. I'm talking about behavior. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to another country, we all know how we should act. Just like he said, we all know how we should act. When you think you're better than a whole group of people, this is how you act. You don't think the laws apply to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to follow this law because these people are beneath me. That's the type of attitude we need to be calling out, man. Passport bros, yeah, they talk about Western women. You know. Then they go overseas and they show respect for the country that they go to. You know what I mean? While other people go overseas to other countries and show no respect. They act like they own the damn place, man. They act like they own the place and they plant their flag. They're like, so that incident happened in May. And it did go national news. Filipino vloggers actually covered it and they shared how they felt. The lady released a CCTV video of them in their store doing what they did to her, man. You know what I mean? So it's out there. It's out there. We don't want to talk about it. The vloggers, the American vloggers in the Philippines don't want to talk about it. They want to bash each other. That's what they want to do. They want to tear each other down. Instead of talking about shit like this, that's important. If you really care about the country that you're in so much, you really love the Philippines so much, talk about some real shit. Stop worrying about what the next man is over there doing, who he's sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? When there's real problems that you could be helping with in this country that you love so much. But that's the problem. Every time it gets real, the cowards are gonna run away. You know, they don't want to talk about nothing real. They don't want to change nothing. They don't want to exert any effort to do good. Big time vloggers. They won't ever talk about something serious like this. Let me scroll down to this next one, man. We want to talk about problem tourists, problem, people doing worse things than what the passport bro get accused of, right? Let me see. It's crazy how we got to go halfway around the world to find peace and love. We've been trying to gain this type of respect right at home, right? And depending on what circle you stand in, you get some respect here. Like I don't feel like I'm not respected here. I do feel like I'm not at peace, total, like the kind of peace that I want. I do feel that part. Like my peace is not here in America anymore. The agreement says people are standing together for Pakistan, facing hardship and danger with courage. But no matter the conflict, innocent people deserve safety, dignity, and peace. Well said, man. Well said, bro. Like I think what Israel and I didn't, y'all know how it is, man. We could talk about anything. I think what's happening in Israel is one of the biggest, not Israel, in Gaza, is one of the biggest war crimes that ever happened right in front of our faces. I absolutely believe that. I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care. It's truth. It's horrible. It happened right in front of our face. The United States government supported it. The American taxpayers paid for it. You know, and it's one of the reasons why I want to leave America because I'm tired of the shit. To be real, if we're being real tonight, you know, it's things like that. It's not women. It's not that I can't get a woman and all that. That's is what it is, man. I have way bigger motivations, you know, for wanting to leave. You know. But like I said, so I mean, what's worse than a passport, bro? What's worse than a man seeking peace, like T. Marsh said, seeking respect, you know, seeking what he deems as healthier relationships. You know what I mean? Wanting traditional wife, whatever, you know, I did the air quotes there, traditional wife, more femininity out of a woman, you know. Some men do become sex tourists, you know, and they go up to the red light districts and get their fill. What could be worse than that? Right? How about how about Chinese run pogos? What about that? Is that worse than what the passport, bro? Did the pogos, Philippine offshore gaming operators, aka pogos, right? Did that do more damage than what the passport bros have done? Because, like I said, passport bros were never the real problem. They were the scapegoats. It was the distraction for all the other shit that's really going on behind the scenes, man. The people causing the real damage, right? Would you rather have a passport bro movement or pogos, right? The offshore gaming, which let me read this one. PHX Prepper, salute, bro. Let me read this little part right here. The Philippines spent years dealing with pogos, Philippine offshore gaming operators, many of them Chinese-run fronts that were supposedly licensed gambling businesses. February 2025, Paranaque City. Authorities raided a facility and arrested 453 people. Investigators said the operation was running investment scams and sports betting scams targeting Chinese and Indian nationals specifically. The same month, a separate raid in Pasay pulled in 400 foreign nationals running cryptocurrency fraud, romance scams, and investment scams, right? Is that worse than what the passport bros were doing? Is it worse, man? What's doing more damage? Also, it's been found that the pogos were fronts for sex trafficking and illegal drug operations. But you're telling me the passport bros are the problem? Really? The passport bros are the problem tourists and visitors in these countries that we go to? No, no. But you know how it is, man. Everybody needs a scapegoat, man. Everybody needs someone to point the finger at, man. The passport bros do not have um, a government behind them, or they're not business corporations who have PR specialists to speak up for them. The passport bro movement probably collectively has a large sum of money, but they're not. It's not a group. It's not a well-formed group. It's a group of individuals, man. But we all get lumped in. We're not doing this type of shit that I just read. We're not doing this type of stuff, man. We don't, passport bros do not have large sex trafficking rings, right? Passport bros are not running multi-billion-dollar scams. That's not the passport bros doing that. That's not regular everyday expats and travelers doing that. These are large criminal organizations, right? What was the other one? Alex Gao, are put in here. Alex Gao, right, was exposed as having used a fake identity to get elected while allegedly running a pogo hub tied to human trafficking and possibly foreign intelligence activity. Her real name turned out to be Gao Hua Ping, right? She was a mayor. She was a fucking mayor, bro. And a false ID. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny, but it just blows my mind, bro. That's like, there are people doing some really bad things in this world, man. There are people like really harming people, really doing damage to communities, really doing bad things. So come out here and say that these brothers, these men are causing some type of large scale damage, you know. And y'all know I don't come up here and talk shit about women. I don't talk about Western women. I defend them sometimes when I feel like it. For the most part, I push back against anybody that's ever came up here and just went on one of those rants about women. And I get it. I get it, man. Even though I push back, these guys have the right to say whatever they want to say about Western women and their experiences, you know, with them. I still don't think um I still don't think it's smart to do, and I still don't like it when I hear guys do that, you know. But at the same time, they have a right to say it. And who are they really harming by doing that? Compare a passport, bro, to someone running a pogo or someone beating up a damn a Filipino national, you know, because they don't like what flag they have in their own restaurant, setting up whole compounds and blocking off a section so that only their people could go into on another in a foreign country, running people off the road when they try to get when they try to drive close to that compound. That's what they're doing down there, man. So yeah, there are problem travelers. There are uh, tourists who are causing damage to the locals. All in all, it's not the passport bros, man. It's not the passport bros, man. Let me read some of these comments. He said, I'm seeing that hangings are on the rise in the States. What's up with that? Yeah, it is. That's what I was talking about in my last stream when I kept saying strange fruit. We all know us. We should know, you know what strange fruit means. That's why I kept saying it, man. The Nina Simone song. Strange fruit, man. It is something going on, man. It really is, man. It's getting crazier and crazier. And I think it needs to be talked about. It needs to be dealt with. But they keep ruling them self deletions without even really investigating them. I think my last couple of live streams, I brought it up, and I'm going to keep bringing it up. He said, brother, what you are talking about is very important because the whole world is watching. People are deeply concerned. When leaders make decisions that increase tension, ordinary people, violence, and choose dialogue, understanding, and peace. No family should have to lose someone because of war. Pakistanis people deserve safety, stability, and peaceful future. I don't know, you meant to say Gaza. PH Preppers in the building. Salute, my brother. How you been, man? It's good to see you in here. And chat. T Marsh is being broke. Ain't nothing worse than being 8,000 miles away from home. Broke. Oh, man, I can't imagine. I can't imagine, man. But that's why I'm working so hard. That's why I'm working so hard, man. It ain't happening to me, man. I'm about to hunker down, bro. I know I'm about to hunker down next year, starting next year, 2027. Traveling less because I need to save more. I need to study more. I'm gonna stop super chatting so much. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because somebody said something to me, and I went back and looked at. I was like, let me, because you can see everything you spend if you know where to find it. You can see like every super chat, every membership. You can see it. There's a spot for it. So I went back and I was adding that shit up for July. I was like, yeah, maybe I need to slow down. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't really feel it. And that's the problem. I don't really feel the impact of it. But when you look at it, you be like, oh, shit, yeah, okay. Maybe I need to. So 2027, but not until 2027. So okay, I'm back. Ryan's in the building. Just like those drug dealers, I can say, yes. Yes, the frat boys. Come on, man. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Some people are over police, but the real motherfuckers that's doing the dirt, it's always been like that. The real people doing the dirt, they just, I don't know how they caught them. They must have pissed somebody off. They must have pissed somebody high off because those type of operations, usually don't get raided. You know what I mean? Unless you piss the wrong person off. And it's true. We'll look at somebody standing on the street corner making $200 a day, $500 a day, and call them the criminals and the thugs. But the people supplying the people on the corner, those are the people making the money, man. Those are the millionaires. Those are the ones that's bringing it into the country. That Pookie on the street, yeah, we don't like him. We don't like Pookie. We don't like what he doing in our community. But if you shut the valve off way at the top, you don't have a Pookie. He doesn't get the supply because you shut it off at the top, man. But we've been knowing that for years, man. We've been knowing that for years, what they do, how it gets here. You know, damn frat boys is up there, like running a whole damn drug operation out of Penn State. Out of Penn State, man. Crazy. Miss Jen is in the building. Salute, salute. When is the live stream? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. No pressure. No pressure. But just let us know. Miss Jen says, Blizzy in the bushes watching you on the big screen. What? No. Take me off. Watching me on the big phone screen. I hope. Jeez. PH Expat Prepper says, it amazes me how much I save not drinking scotch and super chatting with try. Yeah, right. I don't even be drunk. You know, listen with him on the gift membership. That ain't gonna stop. Man. I'ma still support my people, man. Especially if they doing good things, big things like Cisco and Miss Jen about to do. You damn Skippy. T Marsh says, start saving your money now, Blizz. I wish I would have saved my money before I came over here. Yeah, I'm saving it. Believe me, I'm saving it. I said it like making more than I ever made in my life. I'm saving more than I ever saved in my life, but I'm also spending more than I ever spent in my life. So I just gotta trim it. But definitely putting it away. The same Penn State that had that PDF coach for years. Yes, what was his name? Damn, Sandusky or something like that. I don't remember his name, but yeah, they swept that shit under the rug for years. Years and years and years, man. There's real demons out here, man. There's real people out here doing real damage, man. Like harming people lives, man. Harming young people lives for the rest of their lives. There was an American man who got in trouble not too long ago in the Philippines. I don't even want to talk about it, man. I'm gonna just say it because I already started. Like, there's a foreigner who got in trouble, American man, coerced a mother. I don't know how you coerce a mother to send images of their children to this man. What a fucking, like, people like that. They should have a speedy trial and get the ultimate, then pay the ultimate price. I'm sorry, man. They should pay the ultimate price. You know? Nope, that big TV screen at the. Oh my god. Jeez. Juice, what up, brother? My brother. He said, what up, Blizz and crew? Salute to you, man. That was my favorite line in New Jack City. No poppy fields in Harlem. Yeah, there ain't no poppy fields in Harlem. How's it getting there? Where was Freeway? The real Freeway, Ricky Ross. Where was he getting his supply from? Well, that movie had layers. Yep. Sandusky. Yeah, Jerry Sandusky. He lived in back of an elementary school too. Wow. Yeah, people like that, I swear, um that's crazy, man. Just doing horrible things, man. Like the USA coach, the USA gymnastics doctor, the USA gymnastic doctor, right? I don't know how many it was. It was like hundreds. It was hundreds, bro. You know, of young people that he harmed for life, forever. I think horrible. When I say demons, these are demons, yo. These are demons walking the earth. And I don't really mean on a religious type of thing. I just mean like people that are vile humans, you know, who honestly don't deserve to breathe the same air as my grandkids. I'm just saying that. I'm just putting it out there, bro. The Epstein files. Yep. Yep. Horrible. Horrible things, man. That's what people do desperate things. No excuse for that, though. Of course, he did, T. Marsh. Nobody in Harlem owns the boats and planes flying that shit in. Yep. The CIA was bringing it in at one time, man. We know what they'll do. We know what they'll do. Y'all about to make me drop my whole topic and be like, for real. Y'all about to make me drop my whole topic. Like, yeah, you know what? Let's just go in on this right here. Because you're talking about scapegoats. It's the same scenario, though. It's relative because this is what we see all the time, man. We want to put up a certain image of what's bad, you know, when really you got people doing horrible fucking things, man. Like stomach turning things, man. We're gonna talk about the fucking passport pros, man. Like, come on, man. Let's be real, man. Nasser, yeah. This dude, man. This dude, a horrible human being, bro. A piece of shit amongst pieces of shit, man. As a human, how many young lives did he ruin? Really, man. Everyone that he came in contact with, he probably ruined their lives. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. And that's what you decide to do. And this is why I'm talking about like positivity, man. You've come in contact with so many thousands of young people, especially if you've been doing it for that long, man. You know, instead of trying to build them up, instead of trying to make them better, you are harming so many young lives. Who knows, man? Some of them will recover and be all right. Some of them will be damaged for life. Some of them will go on to damage other people, all stemming from what you started, what you did, man. You have a choice. I don't want to hear that. Maybe some people can't control it, but I don't want to hear that shit either, man. They all deserve the same punishment, whether they have them. Like, I'll be honest, whether it's a mental problem, whatever it is that's making you do that, I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, that doctor for the female gymnast. Yeah, man. Imagine all of what we haven't seen in the Epstein files. Yeah. Some sick mofos out here for sure. Absolutely, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Because it's like, you know, it's some sick thing because I seen Cal's video right before I went on. And he's like, oh, they want to cancel my channel and all this shit. And it's like, yo, you in the Philippines and you worried about what Cal got to say when all this other shit is going on there that you can speak about, but you don't want to speak about nothing real, man. These motherfuckers don't want to talk about nothing real. They only want to talk about BS. Shit that ain't gonna change nothing, ain't gonna help nobody, ain't gonna save nobody's life, ain't gonna change nobody's mind, ain't gonna do nothing. Gives a fuck about. I'm ranting now. Who cares about sick grandpa in the Philippines? Who gives a damn, bro? He doesn't offer a bit of information that's ever gonna help anybody. Why? Why does he even matter? Why does he dumb shit even matter? That's why I was like, let me put this song out. Because I had it in members only for so long about these grumpy old men who want to sit around and fight with each other instead of trying to pass on wisdom, whatever wisdom that they have accumulated over the many, many decades of years that they've been on this planet, right? They don't want to pass it down. They don't want to share it. You know, they want to keep it to themselves and they want to fight each other. Who has the better looking girlfriend? Who's fucking who? How much money this person got? Oh, this person said this about me, and I'm gonna make a video about him. And it's like he said he criticized the president, Trump, our greatest president ever. If you believe that shit, like none of that is gonna help the next generation be better. Your kids and grandkids are the next generation. Just so you know, when you're talking about shit, when you're talking shit about the next generation, you're talking about your kids and your grandkids and your nieces and nephews. That's who you're talking about. Oh, this generation ain't shit. You fucking raised them. You raised them. You taught them or didn't teach them what they know. Either way, it all comes back to you. And by watching some of the behavior that's being exhibited, I see why. I absolutely see why the next generation is so fucked up. Because you'd rather talk about them than to talk to them. All right, that rants. PHX purposes, the amount of protection and such around Epstein data tells you the sickness is at very, very high level. Yes, it goes all the way to the top. It goes all the way to the White House. It goes all the way to the man sitting in the White House. You could not have been friends with Jeffrey Epstein and not know what the fuck he was doing. In my opinion, there's no way. Because that was a sick dude. Very sick. And he, from what I hear, right, he had leverage on all of them. He had something on all of them. That's why they won't talk about him. That's why they won't release the shit. They won't even really investigate it how they should. Iran Contra, absolutely. Absolutely. Brother Cal's in the building. Salute, man. Salute. I don't know if you heard me just talk about you, but salute to you, bro. And you know, no matter what, man, your channel ain't going nowhere because you got a real fan base. You got real supporters in a real community, man. So F all the BS these dudes is talking about, man. We got real problems out here. They don't want to talk about none of that shit. They don't want to talk about nothing real. Power protects power. Should be the opposite. Absolutely, man. Power should protect innocence. But they all dirty. They're all dirty, bro. Left, right, middle, they all dirty, man. In my mind, they all dirty. Like when you say the lesser of two evils, like we really mean the lesser of two evils. They both evil, man. We just gotta choose one or don't choose at all. But somebody's gonna have to go in there. Sister, did you ever hear that song, Five Ruled the Road? Lauren Hill and now. Cal is in the building. What up? Let him eat. Calvin does so much for Filipinos, or absolutely is one of the main reasons why I started supporting him, man. He looked like me, he talked like my uncles, he helped the community. Like, other than that, when I made that video supporting Calvin years ago, it's my best performing video. You will be surprised how many brothers was emailing me, telling me don't support him. Like it was brothers. It wasn't MAGA. It wasn't MAGA. It was brothers. I don't even click on that sick grandpa shit. The names before so. Yeah, man. It does, man. It's ridiculous, man. You don't got kids and grandkids that you could be like, I'm worried about that shit. I'm worried about what I leave behind, what I say, because I know I got people watching me, man. People that I know in everyday life, one. So that's why I don't get up here lying and shit, because y'all be seeing my people really be in here comments and shit. Like, I know if I'm a lying, how am I going to live that down? You know what I mean? One. Two, I always say, my kids watch this shit. My granddaughter watches me, man. That's why I don't come up here acting crazy, saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. And I want to keep it that way. I want my mom watches me. Like I want my people to be able to watch and tune in and be a part of this community also. That means something to me. That's why I started this channel. Was it for it was to show them what I was doing overseas. Boomers were told the same thing when they were getting hit high as fuck, giving away free love in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. I'm glad like I said, I'm glad I had the elders in my life that I had. Are they perfect? No. They made their mistakes? No. But I could always go to them and ask them questions and talk to them. And they always are willing, even now, to sit down and have a fucking conversation with me, with my kids. Like, it means so much. And it's needed. It's needed and they want it, man. They want to talk. They don't want to be talked to like they're idiots because they're not. They're smart in their own way, in a different way. It's a different generation. It's almost like almost like a different culture. So just like you would go to the Philippines and respect their culture, you kind of have to do that too if you want to connect with the next generation because we're the same, but we're different. Cisco says, my parents are boomers, but they don't fall into that BS. It's the self-righteous ones who do it. Yeah. To be fair, Hillary Clinton scares the crap out of me and everyone else. Stone Cold Killer. Her husband was central to that mess. So folks are just heads down avoiding her. But yeah, Hillary Clinton. Yeah, dangerous, man. I don't like her. I don't like her. And I think that crime bill that they pushed, Biden, yeah, because they did their dirt too. I know that the crime bill was asked for by some in the black community. It absolutely was. But the way they implemented it, and then they had that scientist. I don't remember the scientist's name. Um, the scientist who they relied on, who coined the term super predator. And they ran with that shit. And she actually came out and pushed that and said that super predator. The scientist came back and I don't know if he's a scientist, psychologist, or something. He came back and retracted it. It was like, nah, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have grouped a whole group of young black men together and called them that. You know, super predators, man. You know how much damage that did to generations of black men, black women, and families in America? How many generations of men were locked up behind that bill? How they treated us when they came into our communities actually treated us like predators. They did. Like we weren't human. Excuse me for a second. They did. And the effects of that were felt and probably still are being felt decades later. Decades later, man. So yeah, that's not. Oh my god, why you do that to me? Oh man, Cisco just wow. But thank you, thank you. I made it. I'm big time now. Oh shit. T Marsh says Calvin could run for captain and win if he's a Filipino. I know that for sure because they asked me to run. I know damn well I can't run, but I wouldn't do that if I could. Yeah. I like the fact that, you know, the way you guys do it. You're doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not running a background check on nobody or nothing like that. But if you say it, I believe you, man. Because I see how you act when you come here. I believe you, bro. I like the way that you guys are doing it, man. You ain't stunting on nobody. You ain't looking down on nobody. You're helping where your feet are. I appreciate that. Those are you guys are the ones that I look up to. You know what I'm saying? That I root for your success so I could follow in your footsteps. That's what we need more of, man. Salute, Ron. He said, "What up, Blizz? I'm checking in. Salute to you, my brother. Russ is in the building. Salute, man. How you doing?" Everybody saying what up to everybody, man. I appreciate that. I saw where Elizabeth Warren is worth 67 million now. How the hell did she make so much money being senator? I don't know. I know. Whew, shit. I don't know how much she worth, but she should get some of that money back, man, because she always talking about the wealthy. I mean, everybody has a right to make money. Let me just say that. Cisco said book deals. Yeah, book deals are probably like speaking arrangements and shit. That's how Obama made his money, right? But she's always raving against accumulating wealth and big corporations and the wealthy. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, you can't be that righteous and then accumulate that amount of wealth. You can be, but maybe you shouldn't be because it will align more with the message that you're putting out. Yeah, hey, T Marsh. You said Google it, T Marsh. She's pretty transparent about the money. You got brain dead people that don't want to retire. They need to have age limits for politicians. Now let's do Trump. Yeah, schemes, scams, bankruptcies, um, stock manipulation, cryptocurrency manipulation. Yeah, he's dirty, bro. He a crook. Rainy and hot, Cisco. How about where you are? Starting to cool down a little bit. I guess I'm a boomer, but I don't like labels. Hey, you gotta take that label, man. It's been around forever. It ain't like we just made it up. It's just an age group. Um, oh man, every generation talks smack about the next generation, Russ. We're all labeled, unfortunately. Yeah, that's funny. That's a funny, bro. Every year, Florida keeps breaking heat records. Um, but back to this comment about the generations. I think so, man. I think we all do. I talk shit to the older generations, though, for the most part. Me personally, I don't have a problem with the younger generations. Um, I don't know. Um, I'm like 2 years from being a millennial, so maybe that's why. But I just feel like, of course, they're different, man. Of course, they got a different work ethic than we do. Times are changing, man. What I think this generation, what is it, um back to like alpha or some shit now. My grandkids' generation. Um, yeah, they gonna be something, man, because they're growing up in the age of AI. They'll be all right. They'll figure it out. They'll have help from Gen Z who's figuring it out right now. Um, but I think they still need us though, man. They still need us to talk to them, to guide them, to lead them, man. It can't be all AI and fucking Google and YouTube. They need human interactions too. They need human guidance. You know what I'm saying? Um, but of course they're gonna be different. Are they supposed to be the same as you? A fucking 80-year-old man? They didn't grow, you know what I mean? They didn't grow up in the same time. So I get it. They're supposed to be different. It's called one is called evolution. But you know what I mean? We're supposed to evolve and be different. We're not supposed to stay the same. We're not gonna survive if we just stay the same. We need to change. We need to grow. And maybe it has nothing to do with work because we shouldn't even be working the way we have to work just to survive. You know what I mean? Like we weren't built to be working factories. You know, we weren't built to to be doing the shit that we're doing, mining the earth the way we weren't meant to be doing this shit, man. You know what I mean? If we just lived like any other species on this earth instead of destroy the earth as we go along, we weren't meant to be doing the shit that we're doing. We're destroying the earth. So yeah, now maybe they're getting back to how we are supposed to be. I don't know. I'm just putting my thoughts out there. Um, we're working out. We are the ones that all every single one of us got bad backs and knees and shit because we don't worked ourselves into fucking early graves. I'm trying to retire early. Why would I be mad at somebody else's younger than me work ethic? I'm not trying to work till I'm fucking 70. Like my grandfather did had no, he didn't have to, but like my grandfather did. Honestly, I don't know what age he retired at, but we don't have to do that anymore. We have evolved from them days. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's different. It's different. There's a lot of places around the world are having the same issue. There was only a name for what's going on. Right, Cisco? I think it's Fauci's fault. Oh, absolutely. I mean that though. Oh, 12 million. That's still a lot though, man. Thanks, Blizz. I'm good. Hope you're doing well. It's all of their fault though, man. And this is what I'm saying about the choosing sides. It's all of their faults, man. Especially you talking about like the problems of the world, they didn't just start within the last 3 years, within the last 8 years. Like, could we be doing a better job addressing the problems? Absolutely. And like not ignoring the problems and putting them off. Absolutely, man. Did you see that Iran put a $10 million hit on Barron Trump? Really? I didn't hear that one. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't like that. I don't like that. PH expat prepper. Gen Z folks treat everything as optional and expect way too much for doing the bare minimum. Let's not even talk about general black education. My take. Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. But who's teaching them? This is what I'm saying. Who's teaching them? So, you, like, and this is the problem I have a lot of times when these generational talks come up. Who guided them? They didn't raise themselves. Who was there? Or who wasn't there? You know what I mean? Like, so you can't just put it on them when the people who were raising them, you know, the people who were supposed to be teaching them. What about them? They don't get any of the blame. You know what I mean? Like they should get some of the blame too. The parents, the community, the greater community, the government. You know, they don't get none of the blame. Like they had something to do with it. Hey, Blizz, it's that Pete X stink that's ruining our military. Yeah, highly unqualified, bro. Highly unqualified. He went from CNN to running our nation's military. Man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. That was probably okay, I'll be honest. Next to the president, it's probably the second most unqualified position held in the current administration. So don't tell his dad, T. Marsh. Let's treat people not by their age, but by the content of their character. I agree. I agree. We should. We should. And let's start. And I'm not pushing back on you. Let's start with the younger generation. Like, let's stop ignoring the good ones. Let's stop ignoring the smart ones. Made plenty of valedictorians. They're still kids finishing college in their teens. You know what I mean? Like that still happens. You don't hear about it. It's not celebrated anymore. That still happens. You know, there are young kids creating Gen Z that's creating inventions that's going to change the world in the next few years. That still happens, man. We don't talk about it like everything else. We don't talk about anything good, but if something bad happens, everybody wants to fucking talk about it. It's everywhere. It goes viral. But this little kid that just invented keep fucking when a kid makes an invention that's going to change the world, nobody talks about it. You don't hear about it, you know. But you see all the twerking they're doing, and you see down in Miami Beach, and you see the school shooting. You see that that's promoted. But the thing about it is that we know this is going on. We know the media does this, and then we still fall for it. We know that the media is only pushing negativity, only pushing drama to us. But when we see it happening, we still kind of like believe it and go with it. That's crazy work. Putin doesn't put it out there when he's ready to take somebody out. He just doesn't. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't like that, bro. I don't think that's funny at all. I don't think that them putting a bounty on the president's son or any American citizen is funny. The funny thing is we're not destroying the earth, we're destroying about our ability to live on the earth. Earth gonna be just fine. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're the yeah, we're the pest of the earth, to be honest. You know, we would be like a disease to the earth, man. Eventually the you want to get rid of a disease, you know. Russ Luther King Jr. To forget how to dig the earth and tend the soil is to forget ourselves. Wise words. I don't know who said that, but wise words, man. It's important to remember where we came from. Absolutely. Absolutely. Never forget where you came from. Good or bad. Good or bad. However you want to say it. However you want to mean it. Take that. Never forget where you came from. I'm never gonna forget where I came from. Shit, right now I'm still at where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever gonna forget my roots. We're only gonna be on this earth for a short time, but gone forever. Live your life to the fullest, y'all. I agree 100%. Live your life to the fullest, man. Whatever that is. If you choose to do bad shit with it, just know, man, you're gonna pay eventually. That's my point. DAI, Pete Keg's breath. Wow, Keg's breath. Funny. Yeah, Keg's breath. He's horrible, bro. He's horrible, man. Salute to my brothers and sisters in the military that gotta put up with that shit and still go out and do an amazing job at what y'all do. Not the bad ones, because I know there's bad. I'm not one of those people that just give reverence to people just because they serve in the military, man. There's some horrible people that serve in the military too. There's some horrible people that serve in the military. I know firsthand. There's some horrible fucking people that serve in the military. So to y'all, get what you deserve. And to the people that do it with honor and dignity, salute to you. Timar says, yeah. PHS by purpose says Cisco International, yeah, no outs, maybe have 5 seconds to get into a car and ride it out. But the water was insane. Oh, damn, I don't know how I'd be skipping some of these comments. Part-time Fox host to War Boss. Go figure. Fuck that dude. Just being real tonight. Cisco International. Did anyone see that video from Nepal of the flooding? Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't click on it. Certain shit I don't click on. But I know what happened. Somebody was asking me what happened, and they said China. Yeah. Took out a bridge. Yeah, expat prepper. How you prepare for that is you don't live in those areas. Right? I'm not a prepper, but that would be number one. You don't live in areas that's prone to flooding. I don't know if that area was prone to flooding or not, but that should look crazy, man. CCTV video from that border crossing is unbelievable. Kamal says, I recall posting a Facebook ad 10 years ago of 4 Nigerian girls converting a liter of urine to 6 hours of electricity. It barely got a single light. Wow. Wow. Exactly. Exactly, man. Now, if they was doing some ratchet shit, it probably would have went viral. But there are young people who are doing great things. If we choose not to celebrate them, support them, and help them, it says more about us than it says about the next generation. Like, I swear, and I say it, but I swear, one of the greatest joys in my life, you know, one of the greatest joys in my life is when I run into the kids that my past athletes that I coached. I swear to God, if you ever coached, if you ever mentored, taught, you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Is that joy when you see that kid doing good, some of them just to see that they alive and well, to be honest. But when you see they're doing good, like I got one kid, he's a fucking sergeant in the military already. Like he's been there a short amount of time, and he's already like moving up. That makes me proud, man. Maybe I had nothing to do with it. Maybe it was one swift kick in the butt that he needed to change his life. One conversation. Um, you know, you never know, man. So that's why when I say, when given the opportunity, I'm going to do something good. I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to do something good, man. Regardless, because you just never know the outcome. I'm not going to choose to do bad because you never know what the outcome is going to be. They just deported the father of one of the sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Welcome home, kid. Uncle Junior Pop. That's fucked up. I see it, but I understand. I don't know the background to that. The way you prep for that is to not be there. Yeah. Yeah. He says, well, exactly where you live decides how you prep. I'm about to have to be prepping for damn typhoons and earthquakes in Japan. But I know what I'm walking into. You know what I'm saying? Geechee Lions in the building. Salute, my brother. How you been, man? Long time, man. I hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're doing good out there, bro. How can you prepare for a fast moving body? I don't know. That shit's scary, bro. It's like the mudslides the same way, right? I never seen a mudslide. I never been in a earthquake. I never been in a tornado. I never seen a tornado, earthquake, mudslide, none of that shit. Honestly, living in the Northeast, you might see a blizzard, a hurricane every once in a damn blue. If we have an earthquake here, like I said before, it's like a 1.3 or something. You don't even really feel it. So I don't know. What up, Geechee? I taught kids for the Job Corps. I wanted to get their GED. It was very fulfilling. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So imagine that, man. And then you see them 10 years later, bro. And they're doing something. They're a policeman, a fireman, a doctor, a lawyer. You don't know, man. And he was like, yeah, I had a hand in it. Not that it didn't change. Maybe it didn't change the world, but it changed a little part of the world, man. The part that you had influence over. And that's all we can do. Most of us. With the little influence we have, we use it to do good things, man. And it's not hard. It's not hard to do good, but it's a choice. Where were you located at, Ross? It's a fucking choice, man. So salute. I done went way left off the topic, man. I done went way left. We was talking about the passport bros, how they're getting a bad rap, basically. How We got all this other shit in the world that's happening. We got people in groups doing horrible things all around the world, man. You know, and the reason why the news about the passport bros has died down is because they were not the real problem to begin with. You know what I'm saying? They were not the problem to begin with, man. There's real fucking problems going on there. I was just talking about the pogos. You know what I mean? I stopped when I was talking about the pogos. Um, and how, let me see, where's this last one? February 2025, Paranaque City authorities raided a facility and arrested 453 people. Investigators said that the operation was running investment scams and sport betting scams targeting Chinese and Indian nationals, right? The same month in Pasay City, they arrested 400 foreign nationals running cryptocurrency fraud, romance scams, and investment scams. And then you worry about, we wonder, like, it ain't, on the flip side of that, it ain't the little cute Filipina that's really the scammer. You know what I mean? Because you know how we be like, oh, she scammed me, she's a scammer. Those aren't the real, these are the scammers, bro. They're making billions of dollars scamming people. These are scams. These are the scammers. You know, not somebody asking you to pay their rent and then they go spend it on something else. That's the choice you make. These are highly sophisticated operations that are running, man. That, you know, these are also sex trafficking rings, drug trafficking rings, right? I've never heard of a passport bro get caught up in one of these rings. Never. Have you? If you have, put it in the chat. Let me know. Put it in the chat. Thunderstrong 25 is back. Salute, my bro. I got my start with a GED, so it meant something to me. Me too. I got my GED from the Department of Corrections in Connecticut. Ain't ashamed of it. Oh, it's that Job Corps was overseas. Nah, Job Corps is in a lot of the big cities, man. They do training on, like, you could learn a trade there. You could get your GED. You can learn plumbing, carpentry, all type of shit. You can learn. You can study to be an electrician there. Job Corps is I know a lot of people that take advantage of Job Corps or whatever, but I know people that have used it and went on to be very successful in life. T. Marsh says, I coached before. You might be thinking about the Peace Corps, and there's another corps that go overseas. T. Marsh says, I coached before. I taught my nephew how to pitch smarter. In his next game, he had 12 strikeouts and hit 2 home runs. I was so proud of him that day. Absolutely, man. Thunder. Absolutely. Yeah, no, there's Job Corps in cities. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, salute to everybody in the building right now. Last one. There's 2 more I want to talk about. I don't know how much I'm gonna get through tonight. But I do want to talk about because this is another one. 5-6. Anybody in here know what 5-6 is? Anybody know what 5-6 is? Help me out. 5-6. If you know what it is, put it in the chat, man. Then I'll explain it. Yes. All right, never mind. Money loaning. There you go. 5-6. Money loaning. Salute John 2111. Salute to you, brother, and welcome to the positive manosphere. In this world we live in, We have plenty of examples of how to get money without paying taxes on it. What? Where did that come from, brother? Oh yeah, Peace Corps, maybe. Yeah, my niece did the Peace Corps. Yep. Money loan is 5, 6. Give 5, get 6. Unfortunately, I know a guy that's pretty much running from the law now. The more red horse he drank, the more information he gave me. Wow. The numbers before 4, 7, and 8. All right. So I heard of this just because, I'm in the YouTube. I was in the YouTube Filipino community and I dated a Filipino. So I've been to the Philippines twice and visited there. So yes, I am familiar with 5, 6, not on a personal level, but I know about it. Everybody in the Philippines, I think, knows about the 5, 6. You borrow 500 pesos, you pay back 600, and that is 20% interest rate, guys. That's 20% interest rate, man. That's also illegal in the Philippines. You know what else? Do you know the other name for 5, 6? There's another name that they call it, man. Or they call like that the people that do it. He said, I said, stop telling me shit. I don't want to know anymore. Yeah, don't tell me nothing. One, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But if it got something to do with kids, um, I'm snitching. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. So Cisco, I briefly consider Peace Corps. Mumbai loan. Yes, either Mumbai loan or the Bombay loan. That's what they call it. And the reason why they call it that is because the reason why they call it that is because it's really originated by Indian visitors to the Philippines. So I'm sorry, everybody getting this smoke today. Everybody getting the smoke today. Y'all gonna back up off. Y'all gonna back up off the passport bros, man. Y'all all getting this smoke. It's enough to go around. Right? Because passport bros is trying to find love, sex, marriage, whatever they trying to find love. These people are doing damage. I went over the Israelis down in Shargal trying to take over and run shit, beating up cafe owners, right? Because they had the Palestine flag, trying to set up their own communities, and they don't want the local. They're trying to keep out the locals, running the locals off the road when they get near their little shabao or whatever they call it. I talked about pogos in the Philippines, doing damage, hundreds and hundreds of people being arrested for breaking the law, pogos serving as fronts for scam operations, $1 billion fraud, $1 billion illegal sex trafficking, and illegal drug trafficking. How does that stack up with what the passport bros have been doing? Does it? Does it? Is it the same? Is it even comparable? So now we're going to talk about the 5, 6, man. And the reason why they call it the Mumbai loan or the Bombay loan is because it originated in India, man. And it came to the Philippines through Indian travelers, right? So what they do is it buries the locals who are already facing enormous economic hardships, right? Mainly the people who use the 5-6 are locals like the taxi driver, tuk tuk, or whatever, and small sorry stores who need this money to buy supplies. Icy is in the building. Icy is in the building. They're just saying, and I don't think it's famous in the PH, but if you are into that kind of business, you'll get cancer because it's bad for the interest. Yeah, man. Not good. Not good. You been Billy. See, type the Billy in there. That's why I called you that. I know only Icy could call me Billy. Come on, Cisco, Russ, Thomas. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, I don't want to do it. Don't do that, Blizz. Sometimes you're worth more dead than alive. Absolutely. I don't want to do it. But I'm damn sure going to talk about the people that do it, man. All right. Multiple Philippine administrations have tried to crack down on these lenders. Duterte, y'all know about him. Like, I don't know too much about him. By the time Philippines came on my radar, he was out on his way out or out. You know what I mean? So whatever, all that mess had ended that he was doing. But I know he had made some very harsh statements about people that do the 5-6 lending, man. It's illegal. It's illegal to loan money in the Philippines. So if you're doing it, you're breaking the law. The number one rule. Number one rule is, I know we say it's mind your own damn business, but the number one rule should be to follow the law of the country that you are currently in, visiting, living in. That's the number one, to be real. That's number one. Follow the damn law, right? So if you're breaking the law, then you're not doing something good, man. Like, but I would say that it does fill a gap. It does fill a gap, even though it's wrong. It does fill a gap for people who do not have access to credit, to banking, to traditional loans. It does fill that gap, but it puts them in such a large hole so quickly that it becomes predatory, man. And I think that kid down in the south of the Philippines, I forgot his name. I wouldn't want to say it anyway because it's been used. I think that's what he was doing down there. And that's why he ended up getting served the way he got served. You know what I mean? I still don't think they found him. You know what I mean? So we got to be careful. Number one, I'm not saying to do this at all. I'm just pointing out the activity. There's bad actors who are doing, and this stream is about defending the reputation of the passport bros, at least from the criticism that they don't deserve, man. When they do something bad, yeah, let's call them out. Let's call them out. But don't tell me you're standing up for the people of the Philippines. You're standing up for the people in Thailand and these other countries when you don't point out the people who are doing the most damage. You don't got the balls to call out the Pogos, to call out the Israelis. You don't got the balls to say that they're causing problems because it's nothing new. You don't got the balls to call out the 5-6 lenders, but you got balls to call out the passport bros. You know what I'm saying? The easy target. That's what I'm saying, man. You don't got the balls to call out the people who are doing the real damage, man. You out there calling out, talking about some vlogger posting content is a danger to the country. But you ain't gonna say they won't say nothing about the guys doing these things, man. the sex trafficking rings, the drug traffickers. Nothing. Crickets when it comes to that. But let a guy start talking shit about Western women, right? Let a guy go over there and piss a vlogger off, right? Oh, you're gonna see video after video after video after video. So that's what this live stream is about, man. Let me read some of these comments, man. It's been a great experience. Yeah, it might have been, man. See the world that way. Show some love and subscribe to Motion, aka our brother. Come on. Just go agree. I'm just too independent. Everybody saying what up to Icy. T Marshall saying hi to Icy. Hello, Kamal and Icy. Says Icy. Icy says, we'll be in the bush. It seems we're going to have the typhoon again. Oh, shit. I was just talking about that. I got to get used to earthquakes and typhoons. I cited you earlier. Yeah, he did say what up. If you give somebody money, don't expect to get it back. That was a gift. Absolutely, man. I'll do that here. I do that here, man. Like, I don't loan money. If I got it, I'll give it to you. If you give it back, great. But unless it's a large sum, which I typically don't want to do that anyway. Like, I give you that much larger. We going into business together. You better sign this contract or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not a lender. I don't like hounding people down. Like, it just causes a lot of problems. I have done it before, but now I don't want the drama, man. If you need it, if I got it, I'll give it to you. You know, like I said, unless it's a large sum of money. Yeah, when growing up, I heard that with the elders, Filipino elders, 100%, right? Even for Asia, that seems historic. I see shit. I see. You guys prepare for the typhoon? I tried. I can't even do Cisco. Oh man, I like Duterte. I don't know. I don't know a lot about him, man. I don't know a lot about him, man. You could go to Marshalls or someplace like that, then have name brand items sent to you for your girl to sell. He said, it's normal at this time. Whoa, Blizzard. Nepal on the other hand, my gulag, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy what happened over there, man. The number one thing Duterte did was free public college for the poor. That was the best uplift. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I don't know a lot about Duterte. That's why I can't come up here and talk good about him. I can't come up here and talk bad about him because I just don't know. You know, I heard bad stuff and I heard good stuff, but I don't know. I haven't did the research myself, so I really can't say. I know the only reason I really brought him up is I heard. I don't know. I can't say it was good or bad. But he did make like some very pointed comments about people that lend money, people that take advantage of poor people. 384 missing, dead. Wow. It's not the same storm, is it? I mean, I don't know how the trajectory of the storm. Usually they're going the other way though, right? Usually they're going south to north. stay in the city. Comas is icy. I knew of Americans there, but not that many until today. Wow. The reason I'm sublime, just really happy to be alive. Let me stop, bro. I can't even. The reason I'm sublime, just really happy to be alive and living where I live. Dang, left and right. If you're not mentally strong, it'll get you down pretty fast. Yeah, man. You gotta be mentally strong to survive in this world. Or just a blumbering somebody who has no self-awareness, they'll be all right. They don't even see the chaos around them and shit. You know what I mean? Like they're just going through life, you know. I wouldn't want to be that either, but you gotta be mentally strong. You're not gonna survive in this world, man. You're not gonna survive in this world. Not today, not 20 years ago, not 100 years ago. I say you to just prepare for the power outages and keep it warm and have some food and water. Straight from the expat prepper. Living on a higher ground is important. Now I know how I sound like to you. Old timers love Duterte. He basically cleaned up drugs, but had the drug dealers eliminated. Yeah, I remember the first time I was there, I was in the mall, and like just like Americans, there was a group of Filipinos sitting down arguing about politics. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And because I actually like sat down and had my coffee there. I didn't want to be walking around with it and shit. So we really have power outages. We rarely have power outages here, but I hear you. We prepare for the most part. Yeah. And a lot of not drug dealers users T March. Yeah, like I said, I didn't do the research on it. I don't know. Like I said, I heard both sides. So I've heard people that came out and supported him because he got rid of the drug dealers. Then I heard people saying what he's saying, like, yeah, but he was killing, like they were killing innocent people too, because it wasn't him doing it. He had to like pass it down to his subordinates, who passed it down to their subordinates, and then by the time it ends up, you don't know what's really going on. You don't really know what's going down street level unless you're out there. Shit, cause who knows, man? Could have been a cop and like, all right, man, I've been wanting to get this dude for a minute. He slept with my wife 10 years ago. Like, you don't know when it comes down to that street level, and you don't know. Yeah, but that's why I listen to y'all preppers. Kabal says, I always think of the golden child when I hear about the country. Yeah, per Eddie's line. Viva Nepal! Yeah. Read the book How to Stand Up to a Dictator by Maria Risa. There's a book suggestion for y'all. I said you'll never know what you really need until you're reminded. So thank you, really. Absolutely, man. All right, last but not least, and this one isn't like a group or organization, but the Russian tourists in Thailand. Yeah, Thailand, right? Thailand is a huge market for Russian tourists, man. And they court Russia. They court Russian tourists. Them Russians be over there acting a fool, man. They be acting a fool. I'm sorry, man. I gotta be real, man. The Chinese be over there too, but them Russians be over there acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I mean? Fighting in the street, getting drunk, loud, boisterous, acting like they own the country. Who hasn't seen it? If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Like, you probably not on um YouTube that much. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But I've seen it because I watch travel shit. So yeah, it pops up in my algorithm because, like I said, I'm always watching something about traveling, something going on in a foreign country. It's kind of my niche. I don't have to, but I want to keep up with things going on around the world, especially in it has to do with travel, tourism, because I'm interested in it. So there's a constant reoccurrence in Thailand. It's the behavior of Russian tourists, right? Particularly of the fighting age. If you get what I'm saying, let me drop that hint of the fighting age. The men who have escaped conscription, right? They're in Thailand, bro. Even to the point to where they have in like Phuket, I don't know how to say that, Phuket. They've set up, and like I said, you can look this up, guys. Anything I say, look it up. You know what I mean? They have set up in some tourist districts to where they are working illegal jobs in mass numbers. Taxi drivers. They're opening up restaurants illegally. They're opening up hotels, like multi-million dollar hotels illegally, right? And they're running them through like front companies because you're not supposed to own more than, if you're a foreigner, you're not supposed to own more than 49% of a business in Thailand. So they're running a scheme to where they have these fronts, right? And they're paying large sums of money to somebody to front like they're the majority owner, but they're really not. They're doing this through foreign only, Russian only messaging apps and websites. So what they're doing is setting up whole districts. They're even running Russian owned, Russian only businesses to where the locals can't shop or work there. This is happening. This is happening. All while we're attacking men for wanting to date a different culture of women. All right. So I'm just putting that out there, is that if you want to go on a crusade, if you want to protect the new community, the new culture, the new country that you have moved to and you have came to love, and you want to defend their honor, there are real people, real groups of people who are doing enormous damage to societies and communities that you can have all all you want. You can have your fill of vengeance going after these people. So yeah, go after the Israelis down in Shargao. They deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Go after the Pogos because they're still around. They're still doing raids today. Go after the Pogos. Go after the illegal drug smugglers and drug rings. Go after the PDFs. Lord knows we need more people going after the PDFs. Go after the drug traffickers, the sex traffickers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to talk about it. Y'all don't want to talk about it. Because there's a lot of cowards out in this world today, man. There's a lot of cowards out there in the world. But like I said, man, I invite anybody who wants to go that it feels like they have to stand up for the dignity, for the honor, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, US, the US, anybody, you know, there are real monsters out here in this world. There are real demons out here, right? Go after them, man. They deserve it. They're the problem. Passport bros were never the problem. Let me catch up with these comments. T. Marsh says he made it safer, but you can't play God. Nope. But that's coming from American. I don't know if you can say that. You know, much damage we did around the world. As much damage as we've done around the world. Cash Bandit says, honestly, I tried watching the 1970s Incredible Hulk show, and I said to my mother, how the F did you watch this shit? The dude turns into an angry green crackhead that got so. I don't know. I don't think I watched the original Incredible Hulk. I don't know. But yeah, TV was definitely different. Like I always say, when I was younger, The Howling used to scare the shit out of me. That movie, The Howling, and then I look at it now, even looking at the damn poster for it, I be like, how the hell was I ever scared of that? It looks so ridiculous. It's so fake. But shit changes, man. Because it's just because of the quality of uh, graphics and recording that we have now, it makes it look that way. Viva Nepal. Trigger warning. America would be the new Russia. How they are over there if America can't get their shit together. Sorry for the language. Any thoughts? It's a risk you take when everybody is welcome. You don't know what these people are capable of when they go abroad. Facts. Facts. Without facts, you can't have truth. Without truth, you can't have trust. Without all three, you have no shared reality. I agree. All right, all right. Maria Ressa. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Let's just go. Ressa. I see on YouTube. Yeah. The reason I left the US a dozen years ago and basically hiding out in the middle of nowhere. Only elites matter. Duterte deployed death squads like Brazil and San Francisco a century ago. Anyone who threatened the security of the people shall be executed. I call him the retribution mayor. I don't know. Like I said, y'all could talk about it in the chat. I haven't done the research on it. I really can't even say nothing. It's definitely two sides I'm seeing. Let's see. Shut up, Cisco. You're the one man. Congratulations. Billy, it's sad, but it's the possibilities are getting higher. Can I say that? Oh, yeah, you can say what you want. Speak freely here. She's right, T. Marsh. Why does the government allow the Russians to hide? Yeah, it's because they're the largest. They're one of the largest tourist groups going there. They're one of the largest tourist groups that go there. So I think they tried to crack down, especially with the visa rules. You see the visa rules in Thailand changing all the time. I'm not an expert on Thailand, but I did read something that was saying like they've tried to adjust the visa to get shit to change, but They're still kissing ass. They're still kissing the Russian tourist ass. Government is. You know what I'm saying? Good to know what you're reading, Cisco. That's the problem with the US right now. This alternate reality regime we have. I know you was bullshit. I see that you have a fan though. There's no such thing as war on drugs, only education with some people sitting in power doesn't want people to have um, good education. Cisco says, icy. You gotta stay informed. Yeah, I'm gonna finish these up and I'm gonna get off of here. It was a good stream tonight, man. I enjoyed y'all being here, man. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to attack any group. I'm not trying to single anybody out. I'm just saying, and it's not even, it's bigger than the passport bro movement itself. Right. A lot of times I'm gonna put a topic, and I'll be real, I'm gonna put a topic up. I'm gonna talk about it. There's gonna be a Trojan horse in there somewhere. If you get it, I'm happy. I'm happy that you could get it. It's a Trojan horse in there, right? So just know, man, that's how I operate. It's always something in there. Maybe you don't see it at the time. Maybe you're not paying attention, but it's in there. If you ever want to revisit it and take a listen. You know, good education and living wages are what people need. People need to smarten up. Note to self, not to support evil corporations, but if it's not a collective decision, one person isn't enough to change the system. Absolutely. I agree. It's not. And then a divided country, which we are, divided and not just in half, in threes and fours. You know, we're never gonna change something. That's why there's a whole machine behind dividing us. But we're not gonna stop dividing from each other either. We're not gonna do it. As much as we preach it, I'm not optimistic that one day I'm gonna see all Americans come together. It's just not gonna happen. You know, this is a country who fought a brutal civil war where what 800,000 people died, or maybe more than that. So yeah, when you're talking about, and that's why talk about history, it's in the history of this country, man. To be divided, it's baked in. Along to hell, if that's even what in an incredible. I don't know what that was about. Do you boo boo be good? Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Icy. Because Russia, Israel running the US right now. I don't know about Russia, but I would definitely say Israel. Definitely say Israel. But it didn't start. And this is what I always say: it didn't start with Trump. It didn't start. No other president took it this far, but it didn't start with Trump. It's been this way for a very long time. You know, a lot of the past presidents have been like, wait, all right, that's far enough. All right, you went far enough. Now you gotta stop. But Trump didn't do that. So I give you that. But Israel has had outsized influence in American politics for a long time. Huh? Lou Ferrigno, salute. Yeah. It's nice for Israel or Russia to have a sugar daddy, Cisco. Nah, it's not. But it seemed like the other way around. That's what we said. It seemed like it's the other way around. But yeah, like I don't know. For some reason, though, I still do get defensive when people that's not American talk shit about America. I still get defensive. I can hear what you're saying. I can agree, but it's still like, all right, all right, now, no, that's just me. I'm not saying to stop, but Rashard Smith is in the building. Salute, my brother. How you doing? Yes, yes. Rashard, they don't trust Nigerians, but let everyone else go through. Wishy is in the building. Hello, Wishy. Yes, yes. Russ. Hello from Wishy. PS, aka Performative Society, aka SD, aka Mr. Stepdaddy is in the building. Salute, my brother. How you doing? He says, I'm trying, but I know it's a tough, it absolutely is a tough, unpopular battle. Please, man, you gotta let us know when you going live. I only see it after. For some reason, I'm not getting the notifications, man. Right? I want to be there live, bro. Please let us know, man. Text me something, bro. Just let me know that y'all about to go live, man. Come through. Something, man. This like them. I may not be. I don't know. I mean, I seen one. You did one pretty early in the morning. But just let us know, man. Put it in an IC Discord or something. Because I just seen like I keep missing them, man. It's time to eat. Wishy. Thomas, can you buy me lunch? Sure. What do you eat? Pizza, please, Thomas. Large. You want a nice salad, healthy. Nah, she just skip right over that comment, bro. She about to get a large pizza. No need salad, ice cream, dessert. Yo, she that serious, Thomas. Don't be promising nothing you can't deliver on, man. Y'all know in a minute how possible. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber Eats. Show some love. Subscribe. Cisco International. Spread love at the Cisco way. Yeah, I will text you. Yeah, I'll just be going random when I have a few extra minutes. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. It's been pushy. Thomas, it's easy if you mean it. Oh, man. What do you think about Trump charging brokerage houses $100,000 a month to see his social media posts in advance? Wow. Really? He really doing that? That's criminal, man. It's criminal, man. It's almost like insider training. Nah, he be making some statements though that could influence the markets though. That's criminal, man. Nothing to see there, Russ. Did he actually do it? Yeah, market manipulation, insider trading in public. This dude is on a whole nother level, totally innocent. But nah, I mean, it's serious, bro. What we gonna do though? That's what can we do about it? And that's the fucking problem, bro. The people who care don't have power. The people who have power don't care, man. Ah, shit. Get a room, y'all too, man. Get a room. He made 3,000 trades on the president. Yeah. Man, with that being said, man, I'm about to head up out of here. I gotta get up early in the morning, go to work, do my thing, so I could be able to get to do the things in life that I want to do. Salute to everybody that showed up here tonight, man. I hope you took something from this conversation. I really do, man. I'm not just coming up here trying to blindly defend the Paso Bros or trying to put other people down and say how wrong anybody else is, man. But at the end of the day, man, like we gotta understand that we got big fish to fry. We got big fish to fry, man. So out here attacking the low-hanging fruit, man, it's never gonna work. We got a president in office that's horrible, doing bad, illegal things every day, right? That you want to talk shit about me and my opinions of him instead of the things that he's doing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I push back on some of the things Cisco says, but don't mean it's wrong. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's wrong just because I'm saying that, hey, yeah, Trump's doing this, but it didn't start with Trump. It started kind of back here. Nah, he just took it to a whole fucking other level. Doesn't mean he's wrong. You know what I mean? Or I'm wrong. Just trying to get some people to see things from in a different light, different skew. We got big fish to fry out here, bro. But we keep focusing on the pettiest, littlest shit. And we make that the big deal. Wow. We got people out here. We got demons out here doing horrible things to us, to our children, to the next generation. Right? We just talked about that doctor who did unthinkable things to hundreds and hundreds of female, young, underage children. Bigger fish to fry, man. We talked about Sandusky. We talked about the president. You know what I mean? We talked about the Pete Hegseth. We talked about pogos and illegal sex trafficking and drug trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got bigger fish to fry than two grumpy old men, expats fighting in the fucking Philippines or Thailand. Like, you feel like fighting? You feel like pushing back against somebody? Push it back against some of this shit, man. Push back against the demons, the ones doing the real damage. They're not the low-hanging fruit, but they're the more just battle for you fucking crusaders out there. So, man, I appreciate y'all, man. With that, I'm going to bow out, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for spending some time with me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching the videos, the lives. Thank y'all for supporting the other content creators, the other positive content creators in this community and the other communities that I'm a part of. So I'm going to be back. I'll be right back here Friday. Be icy in the morning. Hope to see y'all there, man. Y'all come check her out. She's another positive content creator, you know, who's up here doing the damn thing, man. PH Expat Prepper, Cisco's doing his thing. Reformative Society, aka Step Daddy, doing his thing. Wishy's in the building. Positive. Brett, oh shit, Brett, I ain't see you, man. Salute to you, Brett. Russ, all y'all, man. Y'all all my peeps, man. So stay safe, man. Stay positive, man. If you could help somebody, if you could do something positive today, man, why wouldn't you? Right? And with that, I'm out. I'll see y'all in Icy Stream tomorrow. And if not, I'll see y'all Friday night right back here on Blizzardabroad, man. Y'all take care. Be good. Stay safe, man. We out.
Don't confuse a message for the man that was saying with it. Some lessons meant to heal, others to build. I ain't repenting shit. Now my scars are my armor, and I'm equipped with it. Pain taught me discipline, now I move different with it. They used to call me two guns, now I'm mentor to her sons. Taught them how to crawl, how to walk, and how to run. And I still sit and deliver, I ain't done. Legacy in motion, newest chapters just